Now, probably the most useful place for exponential functions that you may see in everyday life is going to be in investments and accounts, so how much money and interest you make and all that kind of fun stuff. So one thing we're going to start off with is compound interest. So we have this formula. Don't worry, you will be given this formula when you get to your other classes, or when you get to a quiz or something like that. And so when we do that, when you get this, you need to know what all your variables represent though. So in this case, your A, that is your final amount. So this part you do need to know. So A is your final amount that you would make after so long. P, this is called your principal or your initial amount. So whatever you start with. R is your rate, and whenever you talk about a rate, say we have a 7%, well then 7% is going to have to be written as a decimal, as a 0.07. So anytime you talk about a rate, make sure you write it as a decimal and move it over twice. N, this is going to be the number of times compounded. Number of times compounded per year. Per year. And then finally, T is just going to be your time. So don't dread the word problem. You're going to see a lot of these. So in this case, it says an investment account pays 5.4% annual interest compounded quarterly. If $4,000 is placed in this account, find the balance after 8 years. So we're going to use this formula, and we have to figure out what our A is, because we need to find out our final amount after 8 years. So we're going to say A is equal to P, well that's how much you put in at the very beginning, so that'd be $4,000. Then we have a 1 plus, now you're going to have R over N. So rate, that's a 0.054 all over the number of times it's compounded per year. So it says it's compounded quarterly. So something's compounded quarterly. Well, how many quarters are there in a dollar? No, not 3. It'd be 4. I heard some of you mumble 3. And on the outside you have N times T. So we're going to have N, which once again is going to be a 4 times T, which is 8. So what you could do is you could type this on your calculator, and when you type it into your calculator, you know, if you type it similar like this, 1 plus, now you're going to use parentheses on the 0.054 divided by 4, in parentheses there, parentheses to the power of 32. And so that should give you a final amount. And we're talking about dollars here, so we're going to round to 2 decimals. Should give you a total of $6,143.56. So since we're talking about money, always round to the second decimal place. Whoa, that's just bad there. Let's do it again. So you go over, down, over, and up. There we go. That's how you find compound interest.